Hello. I want to share where we're at right now with the manifestation process. And just to give a little context, Uniting for Action is a membership organization made up of people that understand and want to come together and work together collaboratively to create results. So as we're working to create results, Uniting for Action is also being a solutions provider, providing different and unique solutions to be able to be more effective and more efficient in creating results. So there's lots of different solutions that we're developing, that we're describing and developing, from the information for action system, experts for action system, collective solutions framework. And the one that we're focusing on right now in particular is the manifestation process. We're focusing on the manifestation process first and right now because it's applicable to anybody. It allows anybody to create results in any area of their lives that they want to, just to manifest results by going through this process. So let me share it. So at the moment, we're starting with a worksheet, a Google sheet that we're providing to everybody that wants to go through this process. They get their own unique worksheet that they can share with their friends, their family, whoever they want. It starts by asking these questions. You can write answers. They're meant to be rhetorical to really understand where we're starting with this, which is, what are you here for? let's start with the core issue. What are you here for? What are you willing to take a stand for? What are you willing to make an effort for? What are you willing to be committed to? And what are you willing to give your word to? And when you answer those questions for yourself, then essentially what you're willing to give your word to is what you're ready to declare as your vision. I will create this. I am working on this. Whatever you declare your vision as, that's the starting point for the manifestation process. Because what we're doing with the manifestation process, as you can see in this simple graphic here, is starting with saying what you want, declaring your vision or intention, and down by the bottom, getting what you want in the win-win exchange that's happening there. So the process of going from saying what you want to getting what you want looks essentially like this. You're declaring your vision or intention. We're doing an analysis process where you're looking at your vision through the lenses of strategy, organizing, financing, management, technology, outreach. By looking at the vision through each of those angles and lenses, then you can discover and decide what your stakeholders and resources are that you need in order to achieve your vision. What are your needs? What are the people? What are the entities? What are the vendors? What are the processes? What are the whatever that you need to attract and organize in order to create your solution, in order to achieve your vision? And then you're basically going to focus on your offer or your incentive. So what are you willing to give, not only to the stakeholders in order for them to show up and perform the way that you're asking them to, whether you're providing them with payment, which is traditionally what we do in the world, or some other form of value exchange. Whatever it is, you're offering some incentive, not only to the stakeholders to show up, but also to your vision holders for them to be able to send you stakeholders. You're leveraging your network and other networks to be able to attract what it is that you're looking for. And as you are offering the incentives, then you're also offering an agreement, which is the terms of the fulfillment, the actual contract that you're making with people, that when they bring you this, you will give them that, so that you can actually both fulfill the contract and have the win-win exchange where you are then getting what you want. So this is, again, the process of going from saying what you want to getting what you want. This is a very top level way to look at it. And then what we're doing is we're breaking it down into a much more detailed process. And so this is a tutorial video actually that takes you through the rest of this process in detail. I'm just gonna breeze through it now, but you can watch the tutorial video. It's about a half-hour video that goes detailed through all of these steps of the process so that anybody can do it on their own self-service type of fashion. So just quick overview, the planning phase, the objective, it's broken down into a planning phase with three steps in the planning phase, a recruitment phase with 3 steps in the recruitment phase, and a management phase with 3 steps in the management phase. So to start with the planning phase, the objective of the planning phase is to really provide a reality check for the vision. So what you're doing is you're assembling a team of analysts who help identify all the necessary stakeholders and resources needed to achieve the vision. You're providing a roadmap for the achievement of the vision in the form of plans, and providing the information necessary for someone to choose to be a champion of the vision to the recruitment phase. So a lot of people in going through the planning phase are going to discover that what it actually takes to achieve their vision is beyond what they're willing to do. So the planning phase, again, is that reality check. It allows you to say, hey, can I do all of this? Do I want to do all of this? Or do I need to narrow it down, or give it to someone else, set it aside till next year, whatever it looks like. The planning phase helps you get to that point of either embracing it and moving forward with the plan, or deciding that it's not for you to move forward with now. So you're starting by saying what you want, declaring your vision in written and video format, beginning to formulate the plan. And as you're beginning to formulate the plan, you're soliciting feedback and input on the plan from friends, family, anybody that can provide understanding of what really needs to be done in order to really execute this, bring the reality to the visions that you're sharing. After that, if you choose to move on to the next phase, it's on to the recruitment phase, where during the recruitment phase, you're assembling a team of vision holders to support the vision, and who will support the vision being fulfilled in some way, especially by being helping to source your stakeholders, your resources. They're helping refer, recruit. Again, they're not actual stakeholders that are executing the plan that you're coming up with, but maybe somebody that can help connect you with those stakeholders, that sort of thing. Those are your vision holders. And then you're also assembling the team of stakeholders that are needed to fulfill the vision, along with securing the commitments from each stakeholder that they'll do their part to achieve the vision. So during this recruitment phase, you're sharing the plan with vision holders, you're managing vision holders, sharing the plan with prospective stakeholders, and then you're managing the stakeholder enrollment or sales process. So then again, by the end of this recruitment phase, if you decide that you're going to move on to the management phase, by the end of the recruitment phase, you've got all of your stakeholders in place, you've got your plan in place, everything is ready to go and start executing the plan. And that's the management phase. So the management phase, the objectives of the management phase, essentially to project manage the execution of the vision, including all the stakeholders, the vision holders, and the analysts, and then share the results with the world to enroll even more support to increase efforts and results, a way to expand the efforts as you're being successful. So the step 7, manage the stakeholder onboarding and activation process, get all of your stakeholders in your project management software, your communication systems, whatever it looks like to manage everything. Manage the project, the execution of the plan with all the stakeholders, and then manage the project expansion. Again, using the project results to invite and enroll additional vision holders and stakeholders to participate. So with those major steps in mind, we've begun the process of the manifestation process with several different leadership council members to begin going into formulating the plan and strategy for the management phase, and what stakeholders do I need, and how will they be recruited, and how will they be organized, and starting to answer these types of questions. And that's where we've gone with the 3 different leadership council members that have done a deep dive of this process. So not only is the process available self-serve, but I am conducting sessions with select people to do a deep dive with them into this process and help work them through the process. So in working with Angie, we talked about, what stakeholders do we need? And we focused first on the South Florida vision that she has. She has a vision for how to develop things within South Florida, how to develop things within Costa Rica, how to create a bridge. So this is where we got into a lot of details, and in particular, like, for example, with the sacred temple space and all the different uses of the space and all the different functions, to outline all of that. Another area that we spent some time on was the co-working space, to get into all the different aspects of that. We got into the investment aspect that they're looking for in Costa Rica and the specific benefits that they're offering to investors, so we could outline all of those specifics. The development team, and in particular, the permaculture aspect that Angie's involved with, and the different expertise that she wants to pull in as a team leader. And so we got into very specifics around that she could share, specifics around the clients and the sizes of the properties and all the different details there. So for Angie, it was these types of details that came out of the planning process. We're still in the planning process, and this is what we identified within the planning process. For Paloma, it was something very different. This is essentially where we've headed now with her plans, is working on the plans for content and product development, which we've gotten very specific into the specific workshops she's having, what needs to be done in order to develop those workshops into products, essentially, the brand development that she's looking forward to, the technology implementation, the audience building. So we're really, again, honing into all the very, very specific plans that we need for each of these types of visions. And so what it looks like is, it looks like, these sessions, so Paloma, Angie, and Emiliano each have now an 1.5 to 2 hour session, hour to 2 hour session, where we went deep into this. The whole video is there for them to share with whoever wants to see the whole session. But also what we're doing is we're breaking it down into these very distinct nuggets of information, kind of crazy processing of the video down to, in this case for Angie, we had about 40 different segments that I broke up that video to. For Emiliano, it was even more, it's more like 70. You can see, again, get into a lot of detail of going through the video to pull out this piece here and this piece here, because what we're doing is then creating these videos where here, for example, is a 3-minute clip out of Angie and my hour-long meeting, where in this 3 minutes, she talks about the vision of the bridge between South Florida and Costa Rica. So now we have this 3-minute clip to share that we're going to be sharing from her profile page on the website. And similarly, here's one from Paloma. And this case, this is a 5-minute video. That's not just 5 minutes from the original video, but a compilation of a segment here, a clip here, a clip here. So there's about 5 or 6 different clips that are put together to tell the story here. And that's where we're at in the process right now with Emiliano, Angie, and Paloma. We've all had the initial session, and now with Paloma and Angie, we've had the second session. And so now I'm going to process the video from the second session and build out their pages now that we're getting a little bit more clear on the actual vision and the plans and what we're looking for, and the identification of the resources and the stakeholders. And then from there, we'll build those pages, their profile page, the vision page on the website, for them to be able to share those pages with the different videos. So now they can share this specific video with this person, and this specific video with this person, and this page with this person, and this page with this group. So by doing that, what we're doing is we're taking all of the needs that we have to achieve our vision, and we're using not only our own network, but leveraging the power of the expanded combined network of Uniting for Action. So now Angie and Paloma and Emiliano, they can share on their social media this video clip. Hey, I'm looking for this person. Does anybody know this person? And can you send it to me? So that's the way they leverage their network with outlining this information. Again, right now, there's no place that we're keeping track of, oh, I have this need, I have this need, I have this need. This is how I share it. This is how I share it. This is, and then also incentivizing it. Again, if you send me this person, I can give you this finder's fee. I can give you this commission on any business I do with them, whatever it looks like. And that's part of the system, so that it's all incentivized to share all of this. So as we're putting out what all of our needs are, it's really our friends, our networks that are looking at, how can I help Paloma? How can I help Emiliano? How can I help Angie, in order to support them and support myself by receiving whatever incentive, whatever, karmic support, what goes around comes out. There's all different levels of ways that we're supporting each other and receiving in return. And we're systematizing as much of that as we can. We're putting it into dollars and finances and all of that as much as we can, so that it's not so ethereal, and that, if I do a little bit of work to connect this person with this person, and it turns into $20,000 in business, I'm going to earn $2,000 for that. I'm going to earn 10%. 10% is like a standard that we're working on trying to establish as a standard. So it's this whole system of going from what we want to getting what we want by outlining it all, sharing it all really specifically, and then not only, again, reaching out to our own network, but because we are networking with other people, then people that we know can share it with their network. And that's, again, where we can now exponentially multiply who we're reaching out to through all of these different connections in the system, all understanding that this is the game that we're playing. We're playing the game of sharing, and I can share this, and I can share that, and I can share this, and I can share that. And when I do, I'm going to benefit, and the two parties that I'm connecting are going to benefit. So it's a win-win-win all around. And that's how we're working on really institutionalizing and systematizing the manifestation process so that everybody can say what they want, everybody can get what they want, and we can all just be expanding magnificently in the world.